Hi, name's Jack Hodgins. Welcome back to my channel. Hope you had a fantastic Christmas and a happy New Year. Didn't get too drunk and stuff, and hope no one was drinking and flying, maybe. If not, naughty. Basically, lots of questions coming up about speed racing drones. We're doing quite a lot this year now on about speed racing drones, and I'm not going to forget all the other bits and pieces as well. I'm trying to get my hands on some new products, so it's not just DJI stuff. We get hands on other stuff like there's lots of ones. There's one in particular I'm in mind, but I can't remember what the brand does. But I'm going to go back. It's a local shop in Woking where I live, and it's a photography shop. He's just started selling it, so I'm just going to get some cash together and go and purchase it because that actually looks quite good actually. So watch out for that one. But this one's more about this one here, which is it's the hexcopter version of the Storm Racing drones. I did have the quad version, but that got given away to a lucky subscriber last year as one of our competitions. This was going to be in the competition before Christmas, but everything got a bit haywire. Obviously family, so I had to deal with all that. Last minute Christmas shopping, so that obviously got in the way. And also I've been sorting out new t-shirts, and now I've got new cups and mugs as well. So I've got lots of new designs going on. I've got the Inspire mug, I've got the Phantom mug, I've got the Heli Powell speed racing drone mugs as well. FPV racing. There's lots of stuff coming out, and I'm designing at the moment with new designs and prints. So keep a lookout on jacksdrones.uk/shop. Because everything that I'm going to be selling merchandise on there, all the money I get from there will support this channel. It will go towards buying new quads. Then once I review them, flown them and stuff like that, and I get a nice bit of revenue coming in off the sales, then these will be given away as competition prizes. This is a non-profitable type business. Well, it's not a business, it's a non-profitable channel I'm doing. So everything money comes in will be put towards flying new quads. Because a lot of manufacturers are very tight and with their pockets. They won't send me stuff out to review. I've been in touch with quite a few manufacturers over last year, and they all want to keep sending me smaller drones to review, which is no good because I can buy a small drone to go and review. It's not helping me because you guys want to steal the big stuff, the same as I do. I'm fed up seeing all these sort of cheap toys and stuff, and there's loads of them around, but it's not doing anything for the adult side of my channel as well that you guys are interested in. So I want to keep purchasing the Heli Powell FPV racing drones because they're fantastic. They seem to bring out quite a lot of new models. They're cheap, they're robust, and it's my second one, and I'm chuffed with it. This is really quick and fast. So this is going to be another giveaway soon, very soon. We'll get this competition up properly, and we're going to do it sort of really properly, and we'll do a competition page on my website so you can refer to that, because a lot of people are still entering competition from last year, which is a bit hard work on keep emailing everyone back saying no, it's finished, you know. So I need to sort of get an actual competition page up so it can show people that the last one was finished, it won by some and then give details of who it was won by and stuff. And also when new ones come up, it could be on that page, and everyone can monitor it nice and easy. Right, so we got that out of the way with. So this year we're talking about the hexcopter. Well, in particular, I'm not going to go over this because I've already done a video on this, but I'm going to do some more flight videos that you guys have been keep asking for as well. So I've got to reprogram this up because the last time I actually crashed it, it kept flipping to one side all the time. So I need to reset all that stuff up in the software that you can download. This is the autopilot software you use. It's an open source product that gets developed by other people, and it's constantly being changed and updated all the time. You can download all the firmware to your flight controller stuff to keep up to date. So this hasn't been updated for a while, so I'll get this re-updated, reprogram back up again, and we'll get some flights in, because weather's cold but it's flyable. So as long as the ground's not too wet with these, because these don't like actually water, so they're not actually waterproof, and we can get a few more flights out of this as well. And I'll see, hopefully this year when summertime comes around, we'll get out and we'll do loads and loads of stuff, have a road trip coming up. But one particular question to come up on the quads, this one's a manual flying quad, doesn't have GPS, so you actually rely on your skills to fly manually. So that means maintaining altitude all the time, speed, and obviously steering it and keeping it straight, and all that to boot basically. If you're like me, very used to GPS flying, you find these very difficult to fly, very difficult to get. You can get them off the ground, but it's keeping it stable and flying straight is the hardest part. But so obviously practice and practice, I get better at it and stuff. But I'm going to buy another one of these, which has got the GPS version on it. And one of my particular subscribers got the GPS version, and he was saying he's taken it off, flew up in the air, and obviously started going away from him. And then he decided to turn his remote controller off, long story short, and it obviously started flowing away from him. So obviously when you turn a controller off with a GPS type thing, it's going to return to home. So I wanted to quickly run by him, because this has got GPS. You can tell if they've got GPS because they'll have something like this on top, and I've noticed on his drone he's got a DJI flight controller in his speed racing drone, because Helipower do install, when they make manual flying ones, they put a different controller unit in these. But when they do the GPS version, they tend to use the DJI flight controller for it. So you would have to calibrate it before you start. You would have to record home position before you take off, and then when you get up in the air, and when you do cut the controller software off, and on any default product that runs GPS and it's calibrated correctly, when you turn the controller off or the signal gets blocked for some reason, these are all going to go into return home and land. So if you've not calibrated all this at the beginning, it's going to return home to where the last settings or what's actually stored in its brain to say, you know, I was located here, that's where I'm going to fly off to. So that's probably what's happened to your quad. It flew off that way. By turning the remote control off was a bad idea, because it put it into return home. And if you haven't calibrated your return home position, that's why it flew off and didn't come back to you. These are really powerful. So in sort of quite high winds, these can actually get back, because this is quite powerful. And even the most harshest winds, you still keep main control. It's got a lot of speed on it. But you've got to remember, these are very short lifetime batteries. My lap battery will last 5 minutes, because it's designed for racing around. It's not designed for long flights and stuff. So that's probably what's happened to you, is it's gone into return home, and obviously when you turn the controller off, it took altitude and went up higher and started disappearing, and it's just generally doing what it's built to do. So what you want to do is go over your manual. In your manual, it'll tell you how to calibrate it before start. It'll tell you how to record flight home. I know with these ones, when they come with the DJI controller, they don't actually come with the DJI controller itself. They come with these Divo controller units, which are really good controllers. But so you've got to use the manual and read the manual to find out exactly on the controller here. So I've got a camera here, basically on the controller here, which buttons here operate GPS on, GPS off, which one allows you to, so if you do turn your controller off by accident, or the battery goes flat and you quickly changed it, you can flick it back in and regain control. So there's a button on there, you can do it. Because on the Phantom ones, it's always I think it's S2, so the right hand side anyway. You flick up, flick down, flick back up again, and it takes control back over from when the return home kicks in. So on these Divo controllers, you need to find out what those buttons on here do, so you know which one's which. And if you find them all out, label them up, because when I got this, there's no details on the remote control itself to show on here which one does which. Apart from, I know the last end switch here, you've got to keep everything up, and the last end switch here controls whether it's basic, pro, or super duper mode, where you can just do all sorts of flips. Doesn't actually state it on there, but the manual does. So you need to label it all up. So if you've got the DJI controller in your quad, learn how to calibrate it as well. The controllers as well, when you're starting these things, on my one it's one controller into the right position here, and then basically that starts the motor up, and off you go and fly. With DJI, they tend to have two coming down into the middle, which starts the motors off and stuff. So everything's going to be slightly different depending on what controller you got. DJI is very famous for that. So you need to find out what starts your motors, what stops your motors, which ones return home, which one puts it into GPS, which one turns it off the GPS. So learn all those, label all your remote up, then you'll be good to go when you're out in the field. If you're not prepared, then you're going to lose it. It's going to go fly off. So you need to be prepared, and you need to read your instruction manual. If it hasn't come with one, it's a poor excuse, because you can go on their website and you can download all their manuals, and it'll tell you in there exactly what manuals to download and stuff. And you should be using the DJI software for that one, which allows you to update firmware and stuff like that for it as well. So I would check all those details. So remember, every pre-flight with a GPS version, whether it's a quad, hexcopter, and it's got a DJI controller in it, remember to prepare your flight, find out what you need to take off, find out how to set it to return home and stuff. If you do fly off and you forget to put it into return home, or you just haven't adjusted the settings correctly, you also remember when it turns off, there's a maximum distance height it'll fly to before it starts coming back to you. So if you see it going up and you don't know what the distance has been set, I think default is about 100 meters. Could be wrong, 100 meters, 100 feet, I can't remember now. So it's going to go up as soon as it goes to return home, and that normally panics people. So if you look at the software, go into there and find out what the actual height is for it to go up when it kicks in, when the return home kicks in. Set that to a sort of, you need to set it reasonably high. If you are flying around near trees and it does go beyond the tree line, then at least you know when it goes to return home, it's going to get above it again and come back, you won't get it crashing. So check all those out, you need to know those details. So anyway, I've waffled on long enough, so that's just a brief update on the racing drones here. Unfortunately, this is a manual version, so it's a little bit more different. But I've got my eyes set on a new one for HeliPal, which has got GPS, because I'm going to still practice with this one and still try and get to manual fly, but also like to experience the FPV without waiting to train myself. You know, I like to get things done straight away. I'm not the type of person. I don't have time to learn stuff really quickly, so I've got a lot of stuff I need to do. And I'll see my post box has been bloody pretty full this year. So I need to get a lot of videos done, and there's also lots of stuff coming your way, guys, as well. Competitions, giveaways, all coming up this year. So new for 2016, new merchandise, new t-shirts, new mugs, new competition prizes. So this is going to be going out shortly as well. So keep watching my channel, and I'll get the competition page set up, and then I'll announce it on one of my videos to say I've got the page up and running for you. So keep watching on that side as well. So thank you for not all the subscribers in 2015, and hopefully in 2016 I'll get loads more subscribers. So remember, guys, carry on sharing, join my Facebook, join my Twitter, join on Twitter, join me on Instagram. I've got a drone show coming up in January the 26th. So I'm hoping my Osmo that's been out for repair comes back in time, because I'll be doing lots of interviews with the drone manufacturers, because the drone show in January is more designed for the business end side of it all. So I'll be covering all that. So you'll be able to see all the big boys, the big drone boys, doing all sorts of stuff. And we'll get some interviews. We'll go over what's the latest technology and stuff. So that's all in January. And obviously I'm going to be at the UK Drone Show, which is now happening, and they're selling tickets now for December 2016. And I'm trying to also now get out. I've got a road trip coming up to Newcastle and back. So you guys, anywhere, if you're going up on anywhere on that driving plan up to Newcastle and back, you want to meet up with me, go flying, then please email me below. My email address is below. Email me your postcode. Just need your postcode so I can work out on a map where you are, so I can then do sort of stop off points as I'm going up to Newcastle. On the way back, I'll do stop off points back down again as well, so I can meet up with everybody and get some videos done, get some flight time, share your ideas and your views on what you fly and stuff. It'd be fantastic. So until next time, guys, safe flying. Thanks everybody, and speak to you soon. So cheers.